Hey guys, this is Alex Pierce from LightsailVR.com. In this video, we're going to look at how to use Assimilate to stitch and create dailies. If you haven't already watched it, make sure to check out our live effects workflow video because you'll need to know how to stitch your footage with an STMap before you start this video. In this video, we'll talk about stitching, color correction, clone stamping, and how to copy all of your effects from one clip to the rest of the clips in your timeline. I'll also show you how to use Anaglyph mode, which can be very helpful for correcting vertical disparities. Make sure to subscribe and let's get started.
Okay, so let's make a new project. And just keep these as the default, and we're going to enter project. I recommend you watch our video about the live workflow we have before you watch this, but I'll go over some of the things in this video as well. One of the first things I want to talk about though is the settings down here. This changes your tool set. So for our live stuff, we do live effects. For our finishing, we choose finishing. And this is, if you've used Scratch in the past, if you've used Scratch VR, this should look familiar. This will give you a little bit more control. So let's go ahead and import some clips. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this one. And you can see it will automatically choose the frame rate and resolution depending on the first clip I drag in. I'm going to press no for now to show you something. So down here you can see it's 1920 by 1080 and then the frame rate is 30 FPS. If I click this and drag it down here, it will change these settings to match this clip. So that can be really helpful later on. Now I'm going to go ahead and import a few more clips. We're going to pretend these are different shots. Let's say we had 100 shots or whatever. What we want to think about is how can we easily copy from one shot to the next shot or apply to all the shots. So it's a little bit different thinking from how we do our live effects stuff, and I'll show you what I mean here in a little bit. So let's just go ahead and jump in. So I'm going to click on this first one. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and unclick this off. So when we're doing live, we apply basically everything has to be applied to the node, but when we're doing offline, that's not necessarily true. And the more corrections we can do in layers, the easier it's going to be to copy from one shot to the next. So let's go ahead and look at that. So the first one I'm going to add is our stitching one. So again, go down to Shaders, UV Map, and then instead of doing apply on load, we're going to apply on layer. So you can see we have this layer here. Let's go ahead and rename this to Stitch so we know what it is. And then if you go to the Inputs tab, go to UV Map, right-click, Import Clip, navigate to our STMap, and then open that, drag it on there. Now here you want to make sure you flip the source, so don't click the last node here and flip it. You want to click the node before Stitch. So we're going to click this one, and then we're going to go down to Media, and then Flip. So we have media, and then now we have our main clip here. So now let's go ahead and add another layer. We're going to call this clone stamp. And in this layer, we're going to go to plugins, click on effects, go to vector paint, apply on layer, and to use the clone stamp tool, come down here, select clone, and then you can choose the softness here. You can choose the brush size here, or you can dial it in. And then the way it works is you click and hold Control. So if I want to paste over this eye, if I want to clone over this eye, I hold down Control, and then I left click where I want it to be copied from. And I'm continuing to hold down Control and left click. I bring it to the start place of where I want to start painting, and then let go. Okay, world's best paint job right here. And then if I do the other eye, do the same thing, hold down Control, hold down left click, drag it over, let go of left click, and then paint in that eye. And if there was anything moving in these paintings, it would actually carry over. It works live. So that's a basic paint job, you get the idea. And now, because it's a layer, we can turn it on and off. And then we have our stitch, we have our vector paint, we have our clone stamp. Then we can go ahead and add another layer. We'll call this color. And then you can go into your color balance can do whatever you want. So let's say we want to copy from this shot to the rest of the shots. The way to do that is you go into this shot, and then on the right down here we can see copy. So we can copy, and then we can go to the next shot by clicking here, or we can scrub in the timeline to the second shot, or we can go to the construct and go to the second shot. And then we can do paste, and if we do paste forward, it's going to paste from this clip onto this clip, and then all the shots forward. So we double click on the second one, paste. You can manually choose some of these things if you don't want all of this to be applied. For now, it doesn't really matter. We do want to apply everything, so let's just go ahead and do paste forward, yes, and then you'll get one more warning that says it's going to override everything. Press OK, yes, and then now all of our shots are stitched, they have color, they have the clone stamp. And of course we can individually tweak these however we want. If we want to turn this off, if we want to turn off the clone stamp, if we want to adjust anything, we can. So now let's say we want to see our stereo in Anaglyph. Right now we can't do that. Right now if we try stereo, nothing happens, and it doesn't seem like anything's working. So there's a few steps we have to do here. So one is we need to change the metadata to be 360. So on an individual shot basis, you would go click on the clip here, go to metadata, come down here, projection type, equirectangular 180, and then left right for stereo mode. And if you did it correct, then when you press this globe, you should be able to click and drag and move around. But let's say you have 100 clips in your timeline and you don't want to do that for each one. You can select construct, media browser. You can select all of the clips that you want to affect, and down here at the bottom you can do left right, equirectangular 180, and then press OK. But we still can't see any stereo tools here. So to set stereo up, we need to go back to construct. Let's go ahead and do Control A to select all, and then down here it says stereo setup, create stereo, and then you can do whichever one you want. We're going to do full timeline and press OK. And now if we click on these, let's undo our world. You can see we only see the one eye. So what we can do now is let's go to settings, monitors, and then under split view under the right, let's change this to Anaglyph. And now if you press D on the keyboard, it will enable dual view. You can also get to that by here. Press home to go back to fill the screen. And then now we have Anaglyph mode over here. So let's say you want to change the offset here. You can go to node, and right now basically the two nodes right below the top one, this is your left eye and your right eye. It's basically just been split from these to left and to right, and so we want to affect these. So if we want to affect the left eye, we click this one, and if we go over to framing, right now you can see it says yaw, pitch, and roll, and that's not what we want. If we affect one eye, we don't want it to do yaw, pitch, and roll. So the way we can do it is we can force it to be normal. So if we click on metadata, we go down to projection type, set this to normal. We're going to do the same for the right eye metadata, set this to normal. And you can see now we have X and Y offsets. So now what you can do is you can change left and right, up and down. And then one bit of advice here is, let's say you needed to go to the right. You wanted to move the left eye over to the right 100. Instead of just moving it over 100, go 50 on the left eye and negative 50 on the right eye. That way you're not moving one too far to the left or right or up or down, etc. These adjustments might need to be made on all clips, so you might need to do this individually.
Okay, that's going to wrap up this video. If you liked this video, make sure to check out our Assimilate Live Effects playlist. I'll be adding a lot more videos to it soon. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.